Hi dear students, today I am going to start second year chapter polymers. This chapter carries 4 marks in intermediate public examination. Generally a 4 mark question will get, or very rarely one 2 marks question also will get from this chapter. So without wasting time, let us start. Here the word polymer, actually it is a combination of two words, poly and mer. Poly means many, mer means unit, molecule or unit, part, etc. That means collectively polymer means many units, many molecules or many parts. So next come to the definition of polymer. Poly means many, mer means molecules, polymer means many molecules. It's a combination of many molecules. So the definition is also the same. So polymer, it is a very big molecule or giant molecule formed by the combination of a large number of monomeric units. Here monomer means, mono means single, one, mer means molecule. Single molecule, monomer means single molecule, polymer means many molecules. A large number of monomers join together to form a very big molecule called polymer. Do you have any idea about polymers? Have you seen any polymer in your daily life? So literally in our daily life we use many polymers. Without polymer our day-to-day life becomes very difficult. Say for example, I will show you plastic items like these boxes, mugs, buckets, and what are the pens we are writing. So this body is made up of plastic. Water bottles we are using the plastic, and moreover the electrical switches we use, electrical switches, cables and many things. So all plastic items comes under polymers. Not only plastic, some rubber items. Without rubber we cannot move our vehicles, isn't it? So the tires of vehicles are made up of rubber. So polymers are very helpful and useful. Without polymers our life will be a big question mark. Next, come to the next definition, polymerization. Polymerization. So polymerization means it is a process of formation of polymers by the combination of a large number of monomeric units. Very simple. What is polymerization? Polymerization is a process of formation of polymers by the combination of a large number of monomers. Now let's come to the examples of polymers. There are many examples. Here we discuss the examples whatever given in a textbook. Here I'll start with a simple example, polythene, formation of polythene. What is polythene? Have you seen polythene? Yes, polythene carry bags. If you go to market for vegetables or to bring any breakfast or any fruits or vegetables, there they will give a carry bag, polythene carry bag. That is nothing but a polymer of ethene or ethylene. You know the formula of ethene or ethylene that you have studied in intermediate first year organic chemistry. This formula is CH2 double bond CH2, otherwise C2H4. It is a ethylene or ethene. Here I have mentioned N. What does N means? Here N means number of, a huge number of ethylene molecules under certain temperature and pressure undergo polymerization and form a very big molecule, huge molecule called polythene. So polythene is formed by the combination of a large number of ethylene molecules. Likewise, the formation of polythene polymer from its monomer. What is the monomer of polythene? Monomer of polythene is ethene or ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2. If you observe the product here in the reactant, there is a double bond, whereas in the product side there is a single bond between two carbon atoms. Here breakage of single bond takes place and bonds will be, one molecule will link with another molecule, and the process will be continued such that a large number of molecules join together and form a very big large chains like molecules. So that's called polythene. You no need to write all these things in the exam. So you have to write just what is polymerization definition and its example. That's it. To the classification of polymers. Okay, actually, there is a huge variety of classification of polymers. Here, our discussion is limited to our syllabus. Here, the classification of polymers is based on source, based on structure, and based on intermolecular forces, and different types of polymers are there. So here, I am going to explain only three types of classifications which is given in our syllabus. Now you see, based on source, classification of polymers based on source. Based on the source availability, polymers are classified into three types: natural polymers, synthetic polymers, semi-synthetic polymers. The examples for natural polymers are starch, cellulose, and proteins. That means these natural polymers are obtained from living beings like human beings or plants or animals. Next come to synthetic polymers. Synthetic polymers are nothing but man-made polymers or artificial polymers. Examples for this is PVC. Sorry, here I have written PVS. It is PVC. PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Next, polythene. Polythene. I just told no, polythene carry bags. Next, bakelite. Bakelite is nothing but the plastic material or polymer that we use to manufacture electrical switches, electrical items. Next, semi-synthetic. The semi-synthetic polymers, rayon, cellulose nitrate, etc. Now, classification based on structure. Based on the structure of the polymer, polymers are classified into three types: linear polymers, branched polymers, and cross-linked polymers. So this in linear polymers, all monomeric units are joined together. They form long chains like a straight lines, linear chains. Okay. Example: polythene, nylon, polyesters. So you might have seen nylon threads. Nylon threads we use to tie something or to make our clothes dry under the sun. So nylon threads are extensively used. Polythene carry bags also extensively used. These are linear polymers. Next, branched polymers. Linear polymers will be like this. They are just like a straight lines. There will be no interconnection between one chain to another polymeric chain. They are weak in, they will have weak van der Waals forces among them. Next, in branched chain polymers, there will be small branches. They contain small branches. So due to this, the properties will be different from linear polymers. Example: LDPE. L for low density polyethylene. Polythene, here I told no, polythene. This polythene is HDPE, high density polyethylene. This is low density polythene. Next, starch, glycogen. These are the examples for branched chain polymers. Next, cross-linked polymers. Example for cross-linked polymers are bakelite. Just I have shown you, electrical switches and melamine formaldehyde, resins, etc. Okay, dear students. So if you can't understand, repeat the video once again and go through and pause the video wherever required. Note down the points and again start the video and again note down the points. Here only few things we have discussed and the topic will be continued again after writing on the board. Why I am writing before teaching means to not waste our time. Okay, it's okay. If you feel any uncomfortable in this type of explanation, you tell me freely, feel free to tell me, and next time I will modify my teaching method. Okay. Now the third classification is a classification based on intermolecular forces. Here classification based on intermolecular forces. What does it mean? Intermolecular forces means molecular forces between different molecules. Okay, now you see here there are 4 different types. Number 1, elastomers. These are elastomers are nothing but polymers which have elastic property or elastic character. Example, natural rubber, elastic property for elastomers. Next, fibers, polymers which have high tensile strength and high modulus and which are used to make fibers. They are called fibers. Fibers means they are just like threads, nylon thread like that. Next, they have strong intermolecular forces like hydrogen bonding. Example, nylon 66 is a polymer. Nylon, it is used to make nylon threads, ropes you might have seen. Next, number 3, thermoplastic polymers. These thermoplastic polymers are the polymers which become soft on heating and have very have malleability nature. For example, polythene covers, polystyrene, etc. You might have seen when polythene carry bags and all, when they are heated, they melted easily and they melted and becomes very soft. Such type of polymers are called thermoplastic polymers. Next, thermosetting polymers. Thermosetting polymers, example, bakelite. These type of polymers, upon heating, they become very hard and insoluble mass. So, for example, if we heat these electrical switches, can we heat it? Actually, it's very difficult to heat. Even if you on applying very huge amount of heat energy, if you heat it, they do not melt. They become very hard, insoluble mass. I have started monopolymers and copolymers. And before going to know about homopolymers and copolymers, let's discuss this topic here. Here I am going to explain you about 4 different polymers. It's a very important topic, small topic but very important. So listen carefully. Here 4 different polymers I have written. PVC means polyvinyl chloride. Teflon, polystyrene, bakelite. These are 4 different polymers. Now, how a PVC will be formed? PVC will be formed from its monomer vinyl chloride. Polyvinyl chloride is obtained by the combination of vinyl chloride molecules. So, formula of vinyl chloride is CH2 double bond CH single bond Cl. CH2 double bond CH Cl. So, for better understanding, here see here I am writing CH2 double bond CH2. What is this molecule? This is ethene or ethylene. CH2 double bond CH2, from which we prepare polythene. CH2 double bond CH2 or C2H4. Here one hydrogen is replaced by chlorine. See here CH2 double bond CH2. Here CH2 double bond CHCl. What's the difference between ethene and vinyl chloride? It's a small difference. Here 2 hydrogens are there. Here one hydrogen is replaced by chlorine. That is called vinyl chloride. This is called vinyl group. CH2 double bond CH. This part is called vinyl group. Vinyl chloride. Next, Teflon. Teflon is a polymer which is obtained by the combination of tetrafluoroethene. Tetrafluoroethene. Tetra means 4. Tetrafluoro means 4 fluorines. Ethene. Here ethene formula you know. CH2 double bond CH2. Here total how many hydrogens are there? 4 hydrogens. 2 plus 2. So here I am going to replace all those hydrogens with fluorine atoms. See CF2 double bond CF2. This is called tetrafluoroethene. This is ethene. This is tetrafluoroethene. Tetrafluoroethene is a monomer which is used to make Teflon polymer. This formula CF2 double bond CF2. Next, polystyrene. So very simple. Polystyrene is a polymer which is obtained from styrene monomer. What is styrene? So you come to the first polymer PVC. Here CH2 double bond CH2. This is called vinyl chloride. Here instead of chlorine I have substituted C6H5, that is phenyl group or benzene ring, phenyl group. Okay, so CH2 double bond CH, C6H5 is called vinyl benzene or called styrene. See, next last one, bakelite. Bakelite is a polymer which is obtained by the combination of two different monomeric units. So here phenol and formaldehyde. Here these three polymers are obtained through one similar type of monomeric units. See, polyvinyl chloride is obtained from vinyl chloride, only one monomeric unit, one type of monomeric unit. Teflon is obtained from tetrafluoroethene, no other monomer. Polystyrene is obtained from styrene, no other monomer. Here bakelite is obtained from two different monomers, they are phenol and formaldehyde. So monomers for bakelite are phenol and formaldehyde. Now you come to, this is a very important topic, don't forget, and try to learn all those four polymers and their monomers. Now come to homopolymers. Example for homopolymers are polythene. Polythene is obtained from only ethene. Next, PVC is obtained from only vinyl chloride. Teflon is obtained from only tetrafluoroethene. Polystyrene is obtained from only styrene units. So, if any polymer which is obtained only from one type of monomeric units, then it is called example polythene, and all these three examples, first three examples you can write. Next, copolymer. Example, bakelite. What's the speciality of bakelite? Bakelite is obtained by the combination of two different types of monomers. They are phenol and formaldehyde. That means a polymer which is obtained by the combination of two or more different types of monomeric units is called copolymer. Best example is bakelite. Okay, dear students, by this all the classification of polymers we have completed, and we will discuss coming topics later in some other video. Okay, by the time you finish it, whatever we have discussed, write down the notes. Okay, repeatedly you practice well. So throughout these two videos, the question I would like to give you as a homework are so what are polymers, what is polymerization process, and what's the classification of polymers based on different things, based on sources, based on structure, based on intermolecular forces. Next, what are homopolymers and copolymers? Examples. It's a very important question for 2 marks. Next, different types of polymers and their monomeric units. This part is also very important. Okay, thank you.